And good morning. I'm Deb Doherty with National Veterans Alliance in your home with NVA. I have a very special guest today. I have Dale Marie Saracen and Jeff Saracen, powerhouse couples that are doing a lot of real estate business on the Treasure Coast. But what really is a key point for me to be able to introduce you to them is they really take care of our veterans, and they know how to take care of our veterans. So, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you very
glad you
much for
guys are
having us.
here.
Yeah, us too.
So,
Thanks so much.
so tell us like when you started and what is your interest in the veterans?
You wanna-
Well, yeah, so Jeff and I actually started real estate back in 2011. Purchased a company here, made a huge life change, and that's where it started. Now, we've always been looking for our purpose, love the veterans. My dad was in Vietnam. The stories he has told just, it
Aren't
was
they
sad.
incredible? Yeah,
They're awful.
yeah, they
So, but always had, a big heart towards them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, not for nothing, but we met this person called Deb Doherty. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of her or not. And we decided to join the mission of DDS for Vets.
That's right, yeah.
National Veterans Alliance. And here we are, the Saracen team, plugging along, trying to educate other realtors about VA loans. It seems to be a gap in their education out there.
Oh, for
and
sure.
trying to make sure that they get what they deserve. And that's a home here after everything they've given us.
So, Jeff, what do you think what's the biggest gap that you feel is for veterans looking for homes compared to someone who is just here or hasn't served in the military?
I think what I would say is that a lot of the agents that we've dealt with over time tend to say that, if there's a cash offer or conventional offer, they feel like that's a better situation because the VA is 100% funded. Sometimes these veterans aren't putting a lot of money down or any money down. That's part of the loan, and people think that they have no skin in the game, which really drives us, because the skin in the game is they put their
They
life on the
already
line.
gave their skin in the game.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that skin
So-
of that game is that missing limb. Yeah.
Yeah, and we saw that a lot when we had the boom over the last couple of years, where
Right.
we couldn't even put in a VA offer because it was mainly cash, and then it was conventional, and you couldn't get
Right.
FHA or VA, and we've also had to work to educate agents since 2011 many times where they talk to their clients when they go to list their house, and they say, well, you don't want VA. It's just not a good loan type. And I could tell you that in 2011, when we came down, it was a little harder to go through the process because it seemed like it was a little slower process. But especially over the last 5 years, VA is very simple to go through. Everybody involved on the loan process, I feel, really wants to help the veteran, which is nice
Right.
for us.
Right.
And the timelines to get something from start to finish with VA is no longer a hassle or an issue compared to a cash deal or a standard loan deal. So I think that's the plus, is that it's just another loan type, but we try to throw out to our customers, as well as the clients that we deal with and the sellers that we deal with as well, that anytime we can help out a veteran and give them the opportunity to get home ownership, we're going to push for that. So I think that's the key, is that it's really more of just not understanding the process,
Right.
and being afraid to maybe go through the process. So they're looking for the easy way out, a cash
Right.
deal with no appraisal and those types of things. So it's really, it's been frustrating at times, but it's also been exciting at times when we've been able to get the veteran the home who's tried 6 or 7 times with offers and kept getting shot down because, oh, cash deal, oh, conventional, oh, they don't want to deal with VA. And nothing burns our butt more than that, I would say, is for people, agents or sellers, who really don't have the information. So I think working with you, our goal is to, start and go through the country and really try to teach agents and train agents the difference with VA and why we should put them in the forefront, and also agents to communicate with their sellers, because I just think it's a miscommunication, and it's something that we could bridge that gap, and that's what
I think it's an educational.
it really
Oh,
is.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree. But you know what? I think the educational part needs to be with the seller.
Yeah.
As a,
Right.
because it starts with a real estate agent. That's,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just being candid, that's my personal
Yeah.
opinion.
Me too.
It starts with a real estate agent, and there's times when I've had the agents, oh, it's my seller. No.
Well, you didn't educate your seller
Who-
then.
Yeah.
how does the seller know anything about the VA loans or the process?
And the seller's
So-
hiring you as the agent to represent them and guide them through the transaction. So you
Right.
as the agent, it's your responsibility to educate that seller and provide them with the best information so that they can move forward. And VA money is guaranteed money.
That's
To
right.
me, it's stronger than a conventional loan. It's
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed. If that veteran has already been pre-approved, he's getting his money.
Right.
And I'm going to knock on wood here because in 11 years, we've never had a VA approval get denied once we got started.
Yeah.
Ever. So I'm sure there are ways it can happen. You know, I guess if the buyer made a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
again, you got to educate them not to go off and buy a car or
Right.
a secondary home.
And that's
but-
for any loan. That's
yeah,
for
that's
any type
any
of program,
loan. That
conventional
can happen
FHA, no matter
anywhere.
what loan. That's,
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but once
definitely.
you're approved, you get that pre-approval. You send in your DD 214. You're approved. That money is guaranteed, and you're getting, and you're closing. And now, if you've done your due diligence as a real estate agent and you work with the proper partners, there are lenders out there, which we actually have one that gets the VA loans done 12, 15 days. You know what takes the longest time is the appraisal.
Yep.
And the
I've
appraisal's
closed
not any
VA
different.
loans. I've had clients that purchased and with the VA, and we closed 17 days later.
Yeah.
We just got clear to clear 12 days.
Yeah.
12 days from start to finish, and the only thing we're waiting for is the veteran's home that he's currently in to sell. But he is clear to close, and it's a 12-day process. So I'm not sure why agents aren't out there explaining this to their sellers, because if they educate them, there is no reason that they wouldn't consider a VA loan. I mean, you've got to give everybody equal opportunity.
Right.
And you shouldn't say, I don't want a client with a VA loan, because that's guaranteed money. It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
And
And I
they
think what-
gave so much.
Yeah.
Give them the opportunity at least.
Yeah. But I think what's really important too is for the lenders, the mortgage brokers out there, it's really important to connect and have a business affiliation with a mortgage person that really does understand the program.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like anything. There are hundreds, millions of real estate agents.
Yeah.
Same thing with mortgage brokers. I don't care, insurance agents, but there are a handful that are cream of the crop.
Yeah.
And that's like with any industry. And I'm not being negative. I don't mean it in a detriment way or anything like that. But the reality is that every industry, they always have those few that take it to the top, they rise to the top, and that's really the biggest hurdle, I think, really, for the real estate agent is really hook up with the proper loan originator.
You need good partners in the process to make it work. So
Absolutely.
it's our jobs as realtors to do that research and find those that really understand the programs, because some lenders don't have the same programs.
Right.
You know, so it's important. Educate yourself, then you can educate your buyers, your sellers, and you can educate other agents around you to help the process.
Yeah. And
That's
many
what's
times,
important.
I would say over the last 12 or so years that we've been down here doing real estate, we've had to communicate with the listing agent if we had a buy side and just try to, tell them exactly why we should do it, kind of like
Right,
what we're talking
right.
about here, where they're just shooting it down. It's like, well, look at the odds of this closing. The odds are very well that it's going to close. It's 100% guaranteed, like we said, and it's just a little different process. So why don't we
Right.
keep it open? And in some cases, they've been nervous because, the repair thing, maybe there's some repairs and then VA won't approve it. Well, we've gotten some people out there to take care of the repairs and stuff like that. So sometimes it takes to go the extra mile, but the satisfaction is that someone has put their life on the line for us, so we can enjoy the freedoms that we do, has just as good an opportunity to get home ownership as someone else who's just been over here making money in private business or whatever. So that excites us. It makes us happy to know that someone's gotten through the process, and when we can get a listing agent to understand and now say, okay, it's not so bad, hopefully they'll continue to accept VA
Of course.
in the future, because again, you said it before, and I think that a lot of the agents don't understand it, so they push their sellers into either a cash or a conventional box.
Right,
And that's
right.
it, and they won't take FHA or VA. And that's a struggle. But with like the training that's coming up on September 13th, that's a whole veteran training for agents of all the companies that are around here, because we just want to encourage them and to educate them that this is one of the best loan types out there, and the people are very deserving of it. So we owe it to them to understand where it sits in our place for
Right.
doing real estate sales, and we should put it to the forefront, because to me it's better than cash. It's someone who's really had a lot of skin in the game, and we should do anything we can to help these people.
No, I agree, and I appreciate that too. Just have a few more minutes, but what I want to do is, let the viewers know. So you're all over, but St. James, you really are the hot couple over there in St. James, for selling and buying. So tell us a little bit about St. James, and
Sure.
even go ahead and
Okay.
tell them what you have going over there. What listing do you have?
Sure. All right. When we moved down from Connecticut in 2011, we had purchased in 2008, but moved down full time, and so we've been doing real estate there for over a decade. And in that time, we've been able to take a good portion of the market share. And it's a nice golf community with a low HOA. It's right here in Port St. Lucie, and just great. There's about 700 homes in there, and they range, I would say, between 3 and about 650. And we've done a lot. We've sponsored golf tournaments. We've for the community or for local organizations like veterans organizations, or Mustard Seed, where they provide food and different things for people. But we've really gotten into the community itself, and it's like a big family for us. We didn't really have anybody other than Dale's mom when we came down here from Connecticut. So the people there really, we're like family now. So we have probably 100 people that we know very, very well, that we go to parties with and stuff like that. And then we know a lot of the other people that live in there. And it's a great community, and we really love it. So our goal is that we sell all over South Florida, but we focus on Port St. Lucie, and specifically in St. James and in that area around St. James, but all the different communities around there, whether it's Lake Charles or Magnolia Lakes, and these in St. Lucie West and some of the other ones, and then PGA is only 10 minutes from us
Right.
as well. So our goal is, whether you want a golf home, or whether you're looking for waterfront or a beachfront condo on Hutchinson Island, we've sold and helped people buy homes.
We've sold
and condos.
basically from Palm Bay
Yeah.
all the way down to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
That's
I think that is.
you got to
that
go where
is-
your client needs you.
Exactly.
and that's the key.
And I just want to mention too, because we just have a couple minutes left, but they're both at Barron Real Estate, and Jeff is actually one of the coaches there and mentors. So we're really glad that you're definitely with Barron. You're a huge asset, both of you,
Thank
for
you very
Barron Real
much.
Estate,
Listen.
and great people over there. We really
They're,
do appreciate it. So what I want to do is, actually, I'm going to go into some announcements right now. What Jeff was talking about, September 13th, that is for real estate agents. I can tell you right now, we're just about full. We've got 100. We probably have 11 more spots. And we are going to be giving great information on VA loans, and also with the veterans that are heading our way for retirement. And we have Chris Barnes with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs out of D.C. that will be here. Very excited to have David Gwilt. He's flying in from California. He's still currently with the Air Force and has a tremendous real estate business, but we're going to really get a lot of good insights from him. We have the amazing Sean Williams. We all know Sean Williams from Marine Bank, and he always has a lot to say, and he is a wealth of information. So it's going to be an exciting day. It's going to be at Indian River State College at the Veterans Excellence Center, and it'll be from 9 to 2. Check-in starts at 8:30. And then we also want to mention DDS for Vets. They're Believe in the Mission Gala, October 7th. It's an event you don't want to miss. It's a military-style gala. We're really going to be honoring those that were killed and then injured in the Afghanistan exit 2021. We have Ray Cash Care, who is a Navy SEAL who rescued Captain Phillips. We have General Boldak coming back in. And we also have some of the injured Marines from that Afghanistan exit. And we have Alexei Tree, who will be coming in and receiving his fully working service dog, Zeus. So we're very excited. There'll be about 400 guests. Tickets are sale right now. And you can go ahead and go on our site, www.ddsforvets.org. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and give me a call, 561-246-0566. You also can go ahead and call Dale Marie, and your number is...
772-631-0442.
And that's it for today. Thank you, everybody. It is Labor Day weekend. Have a great time with your friends and family and barbecues and all that. But remember, don't drink and drive. Stay safe. Thank you.